What a buffoon. He thinks he thinks that he's moved in. Sorry about that. It's been a bit manic this week on the party. If you see a woman hanging off the side of the ceiling, please ignore it, OK? And also, if I may say, with all respect to your profession, I don't want you hypnotising anyone here in the great house.
Me?
No, I've seen you do that. When you do that flick of the fingers...
Well, it's a one for the money, two for the show, three to get ready now, go step on my blue suede shoe. Well, you can do anything but take me over my blue suede shoe. Well, you can knock me down, step in my face, slam them.
Sorry about that. Right. Don't encourage him. This is quite an interesting... This is quite an interesting challenge, even if it's not a gotcha. Could you actually retake the driving test in exactly the same model of car that you took it in originally? That's the challenge for Paul, but there's an extra little bit to it, because there's a crisis of conscience halfway through. The driving instructor has control of the car. He's able to make it stall. Paul thought it was him driving badly in this old Triumph. But the bit he didn't know was coming, we broke the car down completely. Would he agree to the director saying, please fake it, carry on, we'll push the car, etc.? Or would he say, no, I will not do that, I have scruples. It's testing times for Paul McKenna, a new television show, and he's back taking his driving test.
OK, you can start the car.
The thing is, when I took my driving test, I'd actually I'd had a good practice the morning before, and God, it's been a few years since I've been in one of these.
OK.
Actually, let me just find out. So, yeah, let's start with the first gear.
I'd like to drive to the end and turn left.
It's quite interesting. I've kind of got back. I've got the feel of the gears again. It comes back to you. It's like, you know, you never really forget to ride a bike once you've mastered it. Actually, I seem to remember my mother's one did this as well. It used to, it needed a bit of choke sometimes.
Now, what I'd like to do is for you to turn the car so it's facing in the opposite direction using reverse and forward gears.
Maybe it's flooded. Not very happy. We ought to inform them.
Why don't we pretend that you're going to do a 3.10?
What, you mean with them pushing it?
Yeah. I mean, we're halfway through. No, it won't show.
No. There ought to be some mention of it made, because the kind of, you know, I think the integrity of it is quite important.
What a dilemma for a professional TV entertainer. Whether to carry on so that the programme's not ruined, or whether to stick with integrity and halt. Paul McKenna, well done. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul McKenna. It's the right decision, I think. It would have been the right decision. I think we'd all defend that decision. He didn't make that decision, he carried on. He carried on, and they were pushing and shoving that car throughout the rest of his driving test.
Do you ever think it's going to be one of those days?
I know the 3.10.
We have to explain this all at some point, because you know, I'm, you know, one of the things I always have in my mind, you know, is that, you know, I'd never like to deceive anybody, and it's just
not well.
It's just a bit ridiculous. We're getting on the back of the low loaders. I mean, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
But what I need, the reaction from you is,
It's one of these.
yeah, it's one of those.
Okay. Yeah.
Because if I see the car stopping, then I need the reaction from you.
Yeah.
Coming close by.
I've just got to remember to keep a straight face while doing this.
To do it.
Okay, Paul, when I lower my hand, I want you to do a stop in the road whilst remaining in full control of the vehicle. Okay? It's not, is it?
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever done.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay.
Sorry, sorry.
Right. I must concentrate and not burst out laughing.
Terry was a bit behind.
If you recut this, it could be some sort of comedy program, couldn't it?
It will never see the light of day, I assure you. It will be destroyed. Because I can cut quickly from this, you know, in order to give it a bit of movement. So if there's something going in the background...
Hang on, wait. Am I right in thinking what you want him to, like, move some branches in the background?
Action, then.
Ice cream is actually potato. So really? It would melt under the lights, yeah. Or I suppose...
Keep going round. That works.
Well, we must be nearly at the end of the driving test now.
It's very difficult, isn't it?
It's too mental. The whole thing is just too mental. Okay, hang on. I can do it. I just need to get a grip. I'm sorry. I just can't believe it. There's two blokes running around the car in trees.
That's my bush. Excuse me, has somebody been in my garden?
Mark, could you sort this gentleman out, please?
This is from my garden. This has been taken from... Did you take that from over there? So much for the disguise.
Paul McKenna. Gotcha.
Taking it personally, you know. So later on this evening, when you find yourself doing the funky chicken at home, Noel, you know, I don't want you to think that it's anything to do with me.
No. How do you think you did? Did you actually manage to acquit yourself well as a driving test person?
Yeah, I think, you know, all things considered, I did fairly okay, you know.
Yeah. And how did you feel about the conscience moment there? Looking back at it, I think you got away with it.
Just about, yes.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, driving test and all, a gotcha for Paul McKenna. Very good.